Hi, I'm Jeremy Johnson, CPA, and we're still doing our Strategically Planning for Your Future series. And today we're going to discuss planning for family changes. So the first family change that I want to talk about is marriage, because during this time of the year, there are a lot of marriages. And so the first thing that I do want to say is, ladies, when you get married, please be sure to visit the Social Security Administration office. The key thing is you want to make sure what is filed on your tax return is also shown on your Social Security card. That information has to match. If not, then your return will be kicked back. There will be an error on there, and that'll delay the process. And so you want to go ahead and get that knocked out immediately so you don't have to worry about that. Second thing, is you husband and wife, you both may want to change the information on your W-4. You might want to change your exemptions. Now you're in a different season of your life, and instead of just doing single, you may want to do married filing jointly but withholding at a higher single rate. Or you may want to put a couple of exemptions in there to have less taken out. It just depends on your tax strategy. Again, we talked about that a little bit, but that's something that you'll definitely want to review. And also you want to decide on your filing status. That's something that you'll want to discuss with your spouse. Or are you going to do married filing jointly or married filing separately? There are strengths and weaknesses to doing both, and that's something that we can't cover in this video, unfortunately, because there's a lot into that. But there are certain credits that you're able to actually take advantage of when you do married filing jointly, and so that's something that you'll need to schedule an appointment for or talk with your tax planner and advisor regarding that, because there are some things that can make some differences for you. The second thing that we'll talk about are children. Again, you have a child coming. You definitely want to consider looking at your W-4. This is another time where you want to visit your HR administrator and just kind of sit down and say, okay, so do we want to put this one exemption in there? Do we want to continue to claim zero? That way we have more taxes taken out and we just have that cushion there, that buffer, in case we have some additional income from somewhere. That's something you want to think about. Also, for that child, you want to make sure you have their Social Security number and everything on file when you're doing your filing for that first tax year that child is there. Even if the child is born December 31st and you have their social in hand, you can place them on that return and actually get some additional tax dollars back. You actually qualify for some credits, so that's something that you definitely want to take advantage of. Something else that you want to keep in mind are child care expenses. These are things for both parents to enable both parents to work. You'll have someone that actually watches the child during the day. Those child care expenses are deductible. Unfortunately, private school is not deductible. So if you're sending your child to private school and you're paying $3,000 per year in tuition, that does not count. It has to be a preschool setting or a daycare type setting. The last thing I'll talk about with child care or with children is adoption. There are adoption credits that are out there and that are available for those of you that are considering adoption or have adopted a child. So you definitely want to get that information. The last topic that we'll cover is a new job. A lot of individuals take the opportunity of summer to look for new work or to move due to a job that has come available, job opportunity. So one of the things that I want you to know is that job search expenses may be deductible. Okay, but there are some things, there's some frameworks that you have to stay in. One of the things is it has to be the same occupation. Okay, so you can't go from being a dentist to a music artist. So now you want to pursue that passion. That's a completely different occupation, different industry, so that would not qualify. But if you're looking to go from one part of town to another, and there are some expenses, whether those expenses are job placement fees, travel fees, you have shipping, you'll say you're sending your resume out to different employers, those types of things may be deductible to you. But again, it takes a little bit of planning to do that. Now, if this applies to you, contact me to find out how this goes on your tax return, because it is an itemized deduction, so it has to go in a special place on your return. So please contact me if that does apply to you. So those are just some of the things in dealing with family changes that we can plan for. I'm sure there are others that we'll probably cover down the road, but those are some of the top ones that I wanted to bring to your attention at this time. So as always, hey, if you have any questions or comment, please feel free to contact me. Continue to check out my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Jeremy. J.A. Johnson CPA is actually the page, but Jeremy A. Johnson CPA is the page name. So check that out. We'll always have information up there for you. Or feel free to email me with any questions that you have. Jeremy@JAJohnsonCPA.com. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.